For Inside Carolina, I'm Taylor Vippolis, and this is the Insider Rundown where I'll cover what I'm hearing when it comes to this UNC football team. First, like all good teams, it starts at the quarterback position. Arguably already a top 5 quarterback in all of college football, it's scary to hear people in the program say how much better they think Sam Howell can be. Like this offseason, he worked on increasing his hip flexibility for a more fluid throwing motion. He's worked on making quicker decisions, and he's worked on his footwork. What separates Howell is his desire to get better, and that his coachability factor is through the roof. As a result, Coach Longo is always finding ways to challenge him. One example of that is during training camp, Longo made Howell coach other players so he could see the game through a different lens and work on communicating what he was seeing to his teammates. For as talented he is on the field, it's great to see Howell respond so positively to his coaches challenging him to become a better leader, because that's what this program will need with the hopes of taking that next step. Switching to the defensive side of the ball, the nickelback position features players like Trey Morrison, Bryson Richardson, Jaquarius Conley, and Welton Spotsville. From what I've been hearing, you can pencil in Morrison as the starter, which isn't too surprising with how much talent and experience he brings to the team when healthy. More interesting, however, is I've been told the staff is doing whatever it takes to find ways to get Conley on the field from day one. They're still trying to figure out what that role will be, but Carolina thinks Conley is a future All-American, and they'll try to maximize the defense's potential with him out there. Speaking of defense, the name that's come out of training camp to watch is Ray Vihasek. Carolina's defensive line is still a large unknown, but the staff likes what it has in Vihasek. He's physical, he's explosive, and he plays with a certain violence to him. You just have to think back to last year's state game where he tossed around players like a rag doll. He reminds me of the bouncer at the club tossing kids out, telling them, "You don't have to go home, but you sure as heck can't stay here." The challenge for Vihasek is he has to keep mastering the details of the position and working on his eye discipline. It's natural to want to watch the ball or watch the quarterback, but in doing so for even just a split second, it could cause you to be late and taken out of a play completely. Eye discipline is critical to a defense's success, and Carolina has to be able to trust Vihasek to stay on his assignment. Today's the first day in full pads, so it'll be worth watching to see who stands out when you get into more game-like scenarios, and I'll be here keeping you in the know as we move closer to a September 12th kickoff against Cuse.